Number one African station for Afronews, Afrobeats and the world hits. Here's updates happening around African countries and interviews and experiences of Africans and their friends living in Europe and all over the world. Most of you are asking, why can't we say this in Germany? I'm telling you, Europa's Nummer 1 Radio. For Afromusic, Afro-Pop and worldwide hits. There's actually ereignisses in African London. Interviews and Erfahrungen von Afrikan und ihren Freunden, die in Europa auf der ganzen Welt leben.
This is your number 1 radio station.
This is Radio Ara.
This is Radio Ara,
home of African music.
You want to bamba? You want to G with the big boys?
Above the head, below the belly,
Brand new music. Remember where you heard it first.
everything I do right on the I'm feeling vibes on vibes.
Home of African music.
I'm again over so, girl you won't capture my soul.
From one amazing tune to the other.
99.22 FM.
Shut up and bend over. Let your back do the talking over. So back up and bend over.
It's your favorite boy, Kid on the track.
Home of African music. The listeners agree. The message is clear.
Here we go.
The best radio station to listen to this year.
It's the best.
It's the best music.
Best tunes.
Because they got the best music.
Live from Stuttgart City, Germany.
99.22 Radio RFM.
Your home of African music.
We play only your choice.
It's so real.
Radio Ara.
This is Radio Ara.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, anytime you hear such sound, you might be thinking we are speaking from the United States of America. But let me take you back to Magufuli's land. I always call it Magufuli's land because Tanzania, there is an history behind the Swahili language. And today here in our studios, I don't want to waste a lot of time. Let me welcome the king himself. I'm telling you, Tanzania, yes, to Stuttgart City. We have D-UKINGO. D-UKINGO is in the house today, and I'm telling you, he's gonna be telling us where he has been since last year. He was here last year, I think 2021. D-UKINGO, welcome to the studio, my brother.
Thank you, brother.
It has been a long time.
It's been a while.
It has been a while, as they always say. Imekuwa bisa kitu kwa Kiswahili kwanza ndio tujue. Imekuwa, it has been a while. Kwa Kiswahili itakuwa aje sasa hapa?
Kipindi kirefu kimepita. Watanzania na kizungu. Lakini wacha leo tuanze kujua where how did Kiswahili and English mbona mlikosana? And I understand the Germans were Tanzania's colony. But hata Guten Morgen haikubaki Tanzania jamani. Haijabaki hata Tanzania. Hapana.
Magufuli mwenyewe ameenda tu kabisa lakini akiongea Kiswahili. Lakini Swahili to the world, I'm telling you. Also, you have done a very nice job, I'm telling you. The last time you were here, Magufuli was alive.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember.
Now, tell us your journey. Before even you tell us your journey, introduce yourself to the people out there. Maybe I'm mentioning D-UKINGO here, and most of the people know you as Yusufu Muhammad Ali out there. Just tell us your real names before we go to D-UKINGO.
Thank you. I appreciate D-UKINGO, that's my art name. I go by the names David Dixon. That sounds very English right there, but
it sounds biblical too.
Yes, it is the king. I come from Tanzania. The moment I live here in Stuttgart, and I'm an Afro-Hiphop artist.
I'm telling you.
You've had your songs out there to the album launch. I'm telling you, that was epic. That was epic. Tell us about your tour to Tanzania last year, since the last time you came here to our studios.
Yes, I remember it was September, I think, before the launch of the EP, live at Kulturinsel here in Stuttgart, Bad Cannstatt.
Yeah, sure.
That one was a blessing. God really was with us, because that show really showed me how much love for the music is shown out there. Like people who were present on that day, the support we got from Radio Era itself, it was a blessing and a very huge success. Much appreciation to the band itself. They really gave that energy, and I was able to transfer the energy to the fans, and we all had a great time. So after the show in September, it was the next month when I went back home to visit. But it was not only a visit, but rather it was a project that was to be done, and that means I had 2 music videos shot. I had a couple songs recorded, and a couple of them I did with some mainstream artists back in Tanzania, which was also a success, and soon people should be expecting those have a fire vibes. I call them fire vibes because it's always about the vibes and sharing this good music. Exactly. And the EP Swahili Dinner, that's actually the project that I did with the band on the show in Bad Cannstatt, Kulturinsel. So I had to do the same thing again, but only this time without the band, which was kind of sad. But as we all know, we just need that fire. So I was able to deliver. I was not with a band, but still people really appreciated the vibe. They really had to show much love for the EP itself, Swahili Dinner. Those were 6 songs, and the vibe again was different because, to be honest, like a part of that project was done in Swahili, so it's not like everybody understands Swahili here. It was more of the vibe itself, but then back home people get to understand exactly what you're saying, reading between the lines and the lyrics and all that. It was even easier then. So I came back to Germany with a lot in hand, meaning these are the projects now people get to watch on YouTube, here on all those digital platforms, like coming back and straight with Homer, which was released before the end of the year, and then after that it was Massage that I brought. The video was shot in Tanzania itself, and today we are looking at something different again. It's 420, the 20th of April. We support the 420 community out there. It's all about these summer vibes and the society itself. So we bring something like Roll One out, and the song Roll One is out since last night or midnight, and the video is just out now since 10-15 minutes. So all that can be found on all digital platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, YouTube, Instagram, D-UKINGO. That's the vibe to get to watch more of those.
I love the history. I love the story. Now, let me take you back, because I was privileged to be at your EP launch in Kulturinsel.
Yes.
And to the non-speaking, the Swahili non-speakers, actually, I didn't see the difference between the Swahili speakers and the non-speakers. Swahili Dinner was received very well. Now, I was here. Actually, we covered the event. I'm very sure it's on somewhere on the Radio R YouTube page. But the question is, we cooked Swahili dinner here in Germany, and then you went back home where people were receiving something that is coming from another country that doesn't speak even Swahili. And I saw media personalities all around you for the next the next 2 weeks that you were in Tanzania doing your tour. How did it feel doing something in Germany in Swahili, going back home to where it belongs, where Swahili is actually spoken? How did you feel well received by this media back home at home?
It was a surprise for both parties, or let's say for all parties who were included, that includes me as an artist and the content creator, the fans themselves, and media, and all those people who really played part in this whole movement. So as you already know, I had to produce, like, a part of this project, Swahili Dinner, as an EP, was produced in Tanzania, but a part of it was here in Germany. It was done in Germany.
Sure.
But again, going back, it's still a surprise, because then people weren't expecting that kind of sound, because now I'm here and I'm not saying that doing it wrongly. No, it's just, this is my music. If you speak of Afro-Hiphop, it's something like coming up. Like, we used to Afrobeats and all those other sounds, but Afro-Hiphop as a sound, this is something I came up with, and I just wanted to combine these two elements together, the Afrobeat as a culture and hip-hop as a culture, to get something different. And then you have a little bit of bongo flavor right there, the music from Tanzania. So going back there, everybody listening to the songs, of course, they have a different vibe. It's the elements put there, the production itself, the beat, and the vocals, the flows, the lyrics. Like, it's just something different that one is not used to. Like, I'm speaking of people from Tanzania, in Tanzania, how they received that one. So everybody was like eager to find out, like, how is this produced, and why, and how did it come to exist like this? So again, I had a story to tell, meeting all those presenters and bloggers. They're also interested and very curious to find out, as I was, but because it's not like I used to have red carpets every single day I step on the stage. But that one was something. So to see that there was a red carpet waiting for D-UKINGO right there at the entrance, I was like, oh, okay.
Man, so you were big in Tanzania.
Yes, because the music is big.
I visited in Tanzania once, but you are big in Tanzania. I can just agree with that.
We can, let's say that.
That feeling. That's why I just wanted to know how was the feeling when you went back to Tanzania, because most of the people are not even cooking their music here. Most of you ran to Tanzania to cook music and come back here. But you have brought the Swahili nation to Germany, Stuttgart to be specific, and then you are taking it back home, which is a nice thing.
Now, I also thought, like, if we are really gonna be sharing this part of culture with whomever that surrounds us, then we shouldn't be waiting for a perfect time. Like, what's a perfect time? Because I live here now. This is my second home. So if I'm gonna be living here and interacting, then I need people to see me. I need people to see me doing this. So I'm like the chief cooker doing my thing right here. So I'm not going to say I'm going to be doing this only for the Tanzanians because I come from Tanzania. Because music only has one language. Music just shares that one love. There is no partition there. So it's wherever you are, there is where you need to spread that love. So that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, and I can tell you, you're a chief cook, as you have said, because the Swahili dinner that you prepared for us in Bad Cannstatt, it was a vibe. We have seen your journey since 2018, where there was the song that you released known as Who. Then we came all along with the song with the Jesse Kalman, actually from here, which we're gonna actually listen to it right now, Muhaho. And the song, I remember you came here in this studio with Jesse Kalman. The Jesse Kalman is the host for Jesse's edition, actually here every Thursday. Tomorrow she'll be having a show from 6 p.m. So keep it on. And it was a vibe. Actually, for those people who are listening, and if you're listening to us or joining us right now on our Facebook page, on our Instagram, on our YouTube page, or listening to us live on www.c-radio-r, listen to this. This is Amapiano made here in Germany. D-UKINGO fit Jesse Kalman.
99.22 FM. This is Radio Ara. Home of African music.
Kingo here, I'm telling you, if it's Jesse Kalman on Muhaho, I'm telling you this evening, wherever you may be listening to us from, remember we have some 22 minutes to the top of the hour. I'm talking about 6 p.m. This evening in Stuttgart City. It's sunny out there from wherever you may be listening to us from. And I'm telling you, D-UKINGO is actually here with us, telling us his journey since he started his music career here from Tanzania to Stuttgart City, Germany. And this is entertainment stories from wherever you may be listening to us from.
mambo yenyewe simple tu. Kamata cha.
Yes, everything might be seeming to be simple, but let me tell you, behind every success, there must be a journey behind there, and that's why we have D-UKINGO here trying to tell us what's actually happening. So, D-UKINGO, after Tanzania, you came back to Germany and you focused on giving us more vibes. I had a very question here because of the recordings. How do you find? Is it difficult to record here in Germany, or is it easier than comparing it to Tanzania, where you belong?
Well, this is a very subjective question, but I'm just gonna say it wasn't easy at the beginning.
All right.
When I moved to Stuttgart, 2015, it wasn't easy because then I wasn't having that particular network. You know, you have to build the foundation and all that.
Sure.
So finding my way was a little bit difficult because although I had to meet producers and music people here all over Stuttgart, but they weren't really in the same lane. Yeah, so if I'm doing hip-hop, Swahili hip-hop,
right,
Afro-Hiphop, then it's different to connect. You find like, even if it comes to beat making, it's kind of tough, yeah? So
sure.
You still rely on the ones that already know what, like your roots. So later on, it's when you come to meet people, and believe me when I tell you this, you have people out there in Stuttgart that really can produce this kind of music, like the Afro music, people who love those elements.
Sure.
So I just came across like recently, like let's say 2-3 years before Corona is when I got to meet up with producers like Daniel Rasmi, Fuego Blazinho, Alice Justice. I had to meet up with producers like Phonotic, the one who produced this Roll One song. Together with him, we really did a great job right there.
I love that.
And yeah, so it's just opening up because I'm not that kind of guy who would just go to a producer and tell him like, brother, you need to do that song, I'm waiting for the beat. I need to express my feelings because music is about feelings. I'm the one who's having that song idea. I write the lyrics. So if I go to the producer, I'll say, please, can we sit down? I have something. Would you mind listening to what I have? We can see how we can move forward after this. So I always have my guitar with me. So I play something on the guitar. It's about the melodies, and I get to have that scale, and I already have an idea of how the structure of the kicks and snares could be. So again, it's very easy, I think, even for the producers to know exactly in which direction that should go. So it's all about a joint venture. It's working together, and it's not that one is doing and the other one just receives, and you know what I'm saying. So it wasn't easy at the beginning for me personally, but now I have this my small circle people where I know when I go to them, then we are ready to create a content.
I love that. All right, I'm telling you, that is no kidding, no kidding. I just want you to tell us a little bit about this song, No Kidding, before we move on, because there are some hits out there. And by the way, if you're listening to us or joining us right now, remember we have D-UKINGO actually here on our studios today. He's telling us on his stories. We want just to know how has he been in this journey of music since Corona and at this particular moment. Remember, it's Radio R 99.2 FM. And this is Entertainment Stories on you. D, the song behind is the No Kidding.
Yes.
Why were we kidding here?
So, yeah, man, I'm telling you, this is it's like storytelling, and I always like not going straight. Like if I create a song, like I'm writing my lyrics, then I really need that song title to be catchy. Like, what do people expect and what do people not expect from you as an artist?
Sure.
So like bringing a song out, naming it No Kidding, that means me as a listener, I would be attracted by the title itself. Like, what is it about? Like this No Kidding. What's sung behind No Kidding? But No Kidding is a love song.
Sure.
And me now as a character, I'm like singing to my baby, telling her, girl, I ain't kidding. This is real.
I love
this is real.
I love it.
You drive me crazy. No kidding. So if you in, I'm in. Yeah.
Hey. No kidding, no kidding. Remember to go to his YouTube page. No kidding is out there. Just listen to it. And there is one song now. You were kidding at some point of time. You were telling your baby you're not kidding. And now we can hear massage. At one time, from you're not kidding, you're telling your baby I love you so much. And at the next point, at the next point, you're giving them massage out there.
Actually, it's not me who's giving the massage. It's me receiving the massage.
You are the one. Hey. Oh my God. Hey. So
like the character in the song.
Do we have to leave this massage there?
He's the one receiving the massage. I mean, it's not really D-UKINGO right there. So D-UKINGO is just playing that role, you know, like of the one receiving the massage, because it's known of more than, I mean, not even more. Like in most cases, like if I'm with my baby, then I get to massage her, you know, something like that. But now this one is the other way around. You know, thought of something like that. Actually, it was kind of like a wish.
You're confusing my.
What? Now confusing.
You're confusing my listeners because the English in you. This one is not from Tanzania.
He is.
The English in you. You're confusing my listeners. They have been reading. Actually, whatever you posted out there on the entertainment stories, D-UKINGO from Tanzania to Stuttgart city, Germany. But what people are listening right now? Maybe the massage. Let's continue.
So the massage, it's like let's say a wish that one has. You know, like what if I was to be right here with my lady and receiving that massage, you know, that's how it began, like all of it. Then you just drop it down to lyrics, and I believe out there are men who wish to have such moments, getting massage from their partners. So it's like a voice speaking for all those men who would maybe.
For those men who are here in diaspora and you need a massage, there is a shop somewhere here in Olgaik. Just visit there. Don't get stressed off.
I actually live around Olgaik.
You can get a very nice massage. Thank you about that. There's one song I want to talk about, which you have you released the audio yesterday.
Yes.
And right now, actually some 15 or 20 minutes ago, is actually on YouTube. Radio R, we are always very lucky here because so many people have released their songs right there where you're seated from Belo Cisco. Nice, a lot of them. Their videos have always been released here. There is a studio he sang with singer from Nigeria. It was released here in this studio. And today we can see Roll One. The audio was yesterday out. If you've not watched it, listen to it. You're going to tell us where to get it. And Roll One is actually right now on YouTube. Stream it. It's actually 33 minutes ago. Streaming right now on our D-UKINGO's YouTube channel. Tell us something about it before we hear the song as we conclude this interview today.
So it wasn't, I don't know, like I can only say you have these moments where you sit down and you have that melody popping in your head and you feel like you want to express it and you think of others actually. It was more of the community, the 420 community out there. So how am I connecting to my people, my 420 community out there? That days where I came across Roll One.
What is this 420 community? Because I'm trying to understand the 420 community.
420, it's actually the date, the 20th of April.
20th of April, which is today.
Yeah, so everybody out there supporting the holy plant. Yeah, we're talking about weed. So so people have that date to celebrate.
Hey.
So I had to, you know, like I say, I'm a chief cooker, so I add up more spices.
I'm a bit behind in this generation.
Yeah, now you need to catch up, my friend.
Victoria here is trying to cry.
You need to catch up. You guys need to catch up.
Nyatia Kinyi on the other side, she's looking like I've not ever had it. Thank you. You are, at least I have the other one. We have Dottie in the house. She doesn't actually. We are three because of two, but 420. I need to Victoria, when you come here, you need to bring those notes so that we might know what 420. We talk data when the camera is off. So 420, and that's why you are celebrating down with rollouts today.
Yeah, I said I need to share this vibe, so it's something that needs to be heard on a day like this. Like
okay.
A day like this is like an anthem. So it's always gonna be on a 420, like the 20th of April. So we get to have music to bring people together and to vibe to that. That's the whole idea.
I love that because let's listen to rollout 420. Remember that when we come back, we're gonna tell you more. And this evening, and if you're joining us, remember it's 9 minutes to 6 p.m. this evening from Stuttgart City, Germany. It's Radio RFM. Remember to follow us, subscribe, and follow the one. Hey, now I understand. Hey, let me tell you what I've had here behind the scenes. Smoke one. Even the song itself. Now you need to smoke one, and even guys, watch the video out there, D-UKINGO. I don't want to tell you much about it. Roll one. It's actually 33 minutes out there. Let's support him. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Let's continue pushing this music. It's 420. I've learned something today, and I'm telling you, smoke one out there. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing here to tell people to smoke one, but but you don't know. There's so many things you can smoke. You can smoke. There's a lot of things you can smoke, but have one out there if you're listening to us. Kingo, as we conclude, people are listening to you from Tanzania, from Nigeria, from Kenya, from Uganda. But before you conclude on me, let me ask you one question, because Roll One is out right now, and where we come from, mahali tunatoka. Now let me switch this language a little bit. Mahali tunatoka, tunapenda kiki. Ndiyo. Tunapenda lazima tukitoa wimbo. Sikieni Kiswahili changu hapa leo. Tukitoa wimbo, yani wimbo ukitoka Tanzania, Uganda, tunaona kiki. Mpenzi wangu hajakuja leo kwa nyumba, kesho song inatoka inaitwa Mpenziwe. Leo hawa sijui wakafanya nini na wale. Kiki hii unaielewa. Anaelewa. Hapa Jerumani kiki ni gani? Ni kukimbishana na wazungu kwa Uban ndio tutoe song Roll One, ama kiki ni gani? Roll One naona imetoka, lakini sasa sijaona kiki. But I like that you just give us the song. But hapa Jerumani kuna kiki kweli? Ama ni huko tu nyumbani tunazoea hizo vitu?
Unless unasema you are at the right place at the right time with the right people, then utaipata hiyo kiki. Kwa sababu kama ni wimbo, let's say we talk of Roll One right now, then you need people who ambao watakuwa na influence kwenye hii content ili iweze kuwa pushed.
Kama sisi hapa, unaona hapa
sasa hii ni kiki, yani mimi kuwepo hapa tayari ni kiki.
Hakuna siku ushakuja hapo ukapatana na watu wengi hivi kwa
kama hivi. You're right.
That's why we rolled in today for you.
Yes.
So kiki ni huko tu East Africa.
Mara nyingi ni kule ndo ana hiyo tamaduni.
But hapa ni time, and as we roll in.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, then I guess we have to smoke one out there. Roll it. It's on YouTube. Some advice to people out there who are listening to you from Tanzania. Motivate your brothers from Kenya. You have fans from all over the world, from Nigeria, from Germany itself. Talk to them. Tell them something.
So one thing I'm gonna say is, if it's to the artists out there, you don't have to quit now.
You don't have to
keep
quit.
It rolling.
Keep it rolling. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Actually, for those who are joining us, remember Rollout is out there. Go and roll it out. Let's view this song. Let's get it to 1,000 by tonight. 1,000 views tomorrow. Let's push it. Let's subscribe to his YouTube channel. And D-UKINGO, do we have to listen to your music only on YouTube, or do we have any other platforms? Give out your social media platforms so that people can follow you out there.
Yes. So the music digital platforms. Where you can find my music with our Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, Amazon, Google Play, and Tidal, and the rest. There's so many out there. And YouTube, you have it for the videos. You get to watch them nice videos right there. Dope creation, because I work with dope people, directors who really are talented with potential. And my social handles, D-UKINGO on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Yes.
Hey.
This thing in my mind, been thinking how I can wind. Something not complete.
Yes, something is not complete when we don't listen to Roll Out. Remember your home of African music tonight. Yes, some 4 minutes to the top of the hour, I'm telling you. Diaspora Chronicles is coming up next. Remember, it always happens from 5. But we had to roll out today. Yes, entertainment stories. I'm telling you. Yeah, 420 as we are celebrating 420 here. D-UKINGO all the way from Tanzania. Yes, to Stuttgart city, Germany. Bila Kiki, we have just released Roll Out there. And there's not going to be any Kiki anymore.
Roll one, smoke one, roll one.
Yes, I'm telling you, Roll One, Smoke One out there on YouTube. That 3 minutes ago. Remember your home of African music, we are here. And it has been your boy Canida Richards here. And remember, Anyathia King is coming up next. Diaspora Chronicles, what's happening here in Diaspora? Remember to tune in. Remember to join us as we tell you what's happening here in Diaspora. That has been my name, D-UKINGO. You have something else you have to remind yourself out there. A shout out to the band. I wanted to give us a shout out to the band. I respect that band.
Yes,
I witnessed late nights. The late nights. I was among them.
The late nights, of course, Canida. You've been attending those late nights. Man.
I can't end this without saying something to that band and giving them a shout out.
God has blessed me with so many things, and the band is among them. Like, to be honest, those guys, they really show love, and they love what they're doing.
Sure.
I love being with them, creating and playing music. That's just something you don't get to have. It's not just about doing music. It's like a family. You know, we're growing to be a family. Like, you have DJ TP on them decks. You have Lawrence on the drums. Yes. You have Uwe the percussions. You have Manuel, aka Mane, right there on the bass guitar. You have Leon on the saxophone. Nadia the back vocals, singer, and things can get hot when we're on stage. Shout out to the band out there. And right now I'm actually supposed to rush to
the band.
Yes, they're waiting right now. We keep on cooking, man. And again, shout out to the guys who played part. Roll One as a content producer, Phonotic, and Estrella all the way from Switzerland on those back vocals. Great job. I appreciate to them. And again, I say thank you to Radio R. This is always a blessing.
This is your home. That's why we are home of African music.
In my mind.
Sometimes you know we gon' start this thing go right. Like what got the guns out in the house tonight? We gon' start this thing go right. Like what got the ATL in the house tonight?
You're listening to only the best internet radio station in the world.
Are you living in diaspora? Oh yes, 99.2 FM Radio R.
This is your number 1 radio station.
Stuttgart, Mannheim, Ludwigsburg, Tübingen, Heilbronn, all the way to Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, East Africa combined. Canida Richards and Divino Richard tunawaletea muziki ya kinyumbani.
Tena na tena na tena na tena.
Radio R, tukutane online.
Tena na tena na tena na tena.
Jambo. Tom Amolo, Ambassador of Kenya here in Germany. I'm listening to Radio RFM, home of African music, the affirmative African narrative. Karibuni nyote.
Radio R, tukutane online. Everybody gets high sometimes, you know. We gon' start this thing go right. Like what got the guns out in the house tonight? We gon' start this thing go right. Like what got the ATL in the house tonight?
You're listening to only the best internet radio station in the world.
Are you living in diaspora? Oh yes, 99.2 FM Radio R.
This is your number 1 radio station.
Stuttgart, Mannheim, Ludwigsburg, Kassel, Tübingen, Heilbronn, all the way to Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, East Africa combined. Canada Richards and Divino Richard tunawaletea muziki ya kinyumbani.
Tena na tena na tena na tena.
Tukutane